Crime is falling. So why doesn't it feel that way? You hear it everywhere. Crime is getting worse. More news stories, more shocking videos, more warnings on social media. But here's the truth. Violent crime in the US has actually dropped by about 50% since the 1990s. In 1991, violent crime peaked at roughly 1.8 million reported cases. By 2023, that number had fallen to about 1.2 million. Statistically, the early 90s were far more dangerous than they are today. At the same time, news reporting of violent crimes have increased over 200%. Oddly, that rise in reporting began just as actual crime rates were falling. The turning point? 24-hour news. With endless airtime to fill, networks leaned into what drew viewers: fear. When social media took over, it didn't change the formula, it just automated it. Algorithms rewarded fear, whether intentionally or not. So how can both of these things be true? Let's start with how crime is measured. Most countries report crime using a rate. That's the number of crimes per 100,000 people. And by that measure, violent crime has been dropping for over 30 years. This includes things like assault, robbery, homicide. It's not zero, but it's dramatically lower than it was. Now, if your city has doubled in size over that same period, the total number of crimes may still go up, even if the crime rate went down. That's where a lot of confusion comes. More people doesn't always mean more risk. So why is crime going down? There's no single reason, but there are a few likely factors. Police have more tools now. Some departments have shifted towards community-based strategies. Populations are aging. Younger people are statistically more likely to commit crimes, and there are fewer of them now. Cities are better lit, better designed. Emergency care is improved, so violent incidents don't turn deadly as often. And yes, widespread surveillance, cameras, alarms, doorbell video likely deter some crimes. It's a lot of small changes adding up over time. So if violence is going down, why are reports going up? Technology is a big reason. It's never been easier to report crime by phone, by app, even online. More importantly, people are willing to speak up. Social movements, support services, cultural changes have encouraged victims, especially of domestic violence and sexual assault, to come forward, and that's a good thing. At the same time, the internet makes every crime visible. You might hear about something that happened in another city or another country, and it feels like it's happening right next door. Here's the catch. When reporting goes up faster than actual crime goes down, it can feel like things are getting worse, even when the opposite is true. And if you're only seeing the raw numbers of crimes without population context, it's easy to believe the worst. The gap between perception and reality affects how we feel about our neighborhoods, our cities, even our policies. None of this means crime doesn't happen. It does, and often in unequal ways, especially in under-resourced communities. But the big picture tells a story of progress. More people are reporting, more people are being heard, fewer people are committing crimes of violence overall. That's not a failure, that's a success that's hard to see. So next time somebody says crime is out of control, pause. Ask, are we looking at the rate or the raw number? Are we hearing more or experiencing more? Because in most places you're safer now than your parents were 30 years ago. It just doesn't feel that way. No need to panic. News with perspective.